All right, so back at home now. Angela Leloy is the chairman of Aegis Business Solutions Limited, outsourcing and advisory services, a partner of Aegis and Company, external audit company, and chairman of recruitment agencies, Eve Anderson Recruitment Limited and Caribbean Resourcing Solutions Limited. She's also non-executive director and chairman of the audit committees of public and private companies spanning banking, insurance, and hospitality industries. She's talking with us this morning on the Caribbean Creative Industries and Small and Micro Enterprises Summit and Workshop. Good morning. Good to see you.
Morning, Andy.
All right. Good to have you.
Yes, I'm here.
Yes. Let me start by congratulating you. So you won this award as a champion of business in Trinidad and Tobago. Can you talk about how significant that is and how much of a support it might be for the work that you do across this wide platform?
Well, first of all, I really am humbled and honored to be chosen for something like this. But I have to tell you, it's really a surprise when I was told about it. Because when you look at the past recipients, I sort of say, okay, well, somebody must see something. But having said that, I think it really is an honor. Clearly, between my WhatsApp and my emails, I'm not sure I got much work done with many people congratulating me and really, truly saying some wonderful things and saying truly deserved. So for whatever it is, I just think of myself a very simple person. So I didn't really maybe foresee as much as that has happened, but things happen. But we're not here to really talk about me.
Well, I mean, in a sense, yes, because just what I read out there. I mean, that's a huge portfolio or series of activities in which you're engaged on a daily basis, and you perform these tasks in such a way that there's hardly too much of a criticism about how you operate. You're involved as a civic leader apart from that, because you were part of a team trying to find some solutions to the crime situation in the country, if we go back there a little bit. But as you say, you want to talk about the Caribbean Creative Industries and Small and Micro Enterprises Summit and Workshop. Talk a little bit of what is to be expected there.
Well, basically, I think we're looking at giving workshops, which will really, the creative people, they just do what they do, right? And the back office aspect of it, they never worry about, like whether should I keep proper accounts, should I properly incorporate myself, look at all the payrolls, all the things that I would say as a company we do, which is the back office side of it. So as we always say, our tagline is focus on your core, let us do the rest. So creative people just really go off doing what they do. And we are looking to see how we can create a forum that at least makes them aware of the things that they should consider and not, at the end of it, realize, oh my gosh, I should have done all of this. I think the workshop is really us giving practical examples and trying to keep it as simple as possible, because we're looking at MSMEs and SMEs, and you got to keep the language simple because that's what they're going to understand. I think another thing in the creative industry, for me, is it's an industry that really will be catapulting in the future. They can create foreign exchange, and Trinidad and Tobago really needs that. And so we're going to have all these workshops that we're going to be having on different areas of their business, but also culminating in a summit. And in that summit, we really want to bring some really experts, people who can really talk about how they got to their successes. Because I think it is only when you listen to people who have made it from wherever that it begins to really resonate with you in terms of what is possible with you. So the several workshops you're going to have is like on clearly payroll, incorporation, customer service, HR, all the areas that a company needs to be able to operate.
Yeah, and I suppose you probably have some experience with trying to working and knowing people who are creatives, as the term is now expressed, and what is required to start and to run and to manage a business.
Yes, and the thing about it is, my belief in life is if you love something, you can excel in it. But sometimes you just need support, because any creative, it starts with money. Is my own money I may have, which may not be much. It might be my friends, my families, but it reaches to a point where catapulting, and you really need more financing. So one of the things I think with creatives is that they don't have the financing that is required to carry them to the next level. So one of the things is, I wish banks would put aside some money out of all their profits and say, this is what I consider the money that I'm going to put at risk to really have the creative industry, right? But they are angel investors, and that is what I'm trying to do, to hook up so that they are angel investors be willing to take a chance on the creatives to really make them move forward. I mean, I've seen some creative talents that are amazing. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I have a niece that, to me, is great in art, and another one that's great in doing beats, some music. But the thing is all about encouragement. Encouragement is key, but I guess because I have the back office knowledge for them, I can most probably have them if they decided that's what they want to make as a career. And so really and truly, that is what we are trying to do. Really support them as much as possible, and really create the private, if I could use the private sector, helping the creative. So I could say, as a new one, private creative sector. But it's really about developing the orange economy, because another economy that can create millions, billions, trillions of dollars. And this region is really known for its talent. You look at Bob Marley, you look at Rihanna, you look at Minaj. I mean, we have talent. You look at Marshall Montano coming closer to home. So we really have tremendous talent, and we need to be able to maximize that.
I'll just pick one name out of that list of stellar performers you talked about. Let's take Marshall Montano. He has an organization which was built over a number of years with inspiration
Correct.
from his mother and so on. How would somebody like him be seen as an example of how you take your talent to perform and create a business and an enterprise around it?
Well, the thing is, if you're good at it, people will come around you and help you. In this case, I think Marshall had his mother, who was supportive and really became his manager and so on. And that
Right.
is what you're going to find, that people will come around you and help you. And I think part of it is really making sure the network you have around you, sometimes when you're like this, is networks that you can trust. Because we've seen the stories where it could be even mothers and fathers, and they decide to really capitalize you and make money on your head. But I do think that once that is there, and of course as you grow, you will begin to see that you need to put structures in place. I mean, another one I could say in the creative industry is Dean Akin. They came together as a group of friends. But look at where they are today. So they're tremendous examples of talent in all sphere of creativity. I have seen one on photography, I will tell you, that really blew my mind, virtual photography. And when I saw it, I said, wow, this is what you call innovation. This person is so busy, I couldn't even get them to do any photographs to me that I like I want to do a shoot, but they're so busy. And what I'm saying, they're out there, and the aspect of it is, I think COVID has taught us a lot in terms of, we're so digital now, it's so virtual. You really could say the world is your oyster, because you could be anywhere. And that is basically it, because this conference, we intend to take it throughout the Caribbean. And the thing is, there is talent we're also trying to pull from within the Caribbean. It isn't only Trinidad, everywhere. And I think collaboration is a big part of getting forward in anything. And a big part of it is also your network. I always say to my people, I think they're fed up me saying it, if you are not networking, you are not working. Because the truth is, a lot of it, as you would know, and you get done through your networks. You want to find out something, you call somebody who might know, and so it goes. And that's really how you get the knowledge that is required.
And that's a good mantra. If you're not networking, you're not working.
And using negatives, not.
Yeah, right.
If you're not networking,
You're not
you
working.
are definitely not working. That's what I would say. I think my staff is fed up me telling them that.
Yeah. All right. So when is this thing happening?
Okay, so this is happening next month, November the 15th to the 26th. It's a Monday ending on a Friday. The summit is on the Friday. And throughout those other days, we have workshops, both morning and afternoon sessions. like 2 hour sessions, because with Zoom, I think people are zoomed out if anything is too long. And therefore it's enough that I think the individual will get a taste of what is involved in each of the disciplines that we want to share with them. So I'm really excited about it, looking forward, and ready to truly, I really want to ask the creatives to come on. And in addition, it's not only if you're in the creative industry, we are really looking to see how we have the medium, the micro and small enterprises. And that is important because we are made up of so many MSMEs and SMEs within this country. So to the extent that we can help the society in that respect, that's what we're here to do.
Yeah. You probably have an idea of sort of the size of this cohort of people. How many people, what's the percentage of people in business who constitute small and micro enterprises, small and micro enterprises?
I would say in most countries, business is really moved by medium and small enterprises. So certainly over 60%. But what I would say to you is this, is because they are small and they really are the economy. And I think a big part of it is with COVID, it has affected a lot of them. Because you don't have, you haven't built up the capital, if I could say so, to really carry yourself through many months of not having business, as opposed to I've seen others who have done tremendously using this digital world, this virtual world, to really move their business. I mean, I will tell you, when it happened, I was affected too. I mean, everything is affecting you. The possibility that businesses are going to go under means you may get less business. So what you need to do is what it is you can do that is different, that you've not done before, that you can now make into a business line. So in this case, we went into doing virtual annual meetings. The thing is, we have the expertise from the corporate secretarial point of view, how to, what was required by law to be able to get to pass the majority to have a virtual meeting. And then I just challenged my BDO manager, which is Melissa, and she's involved very much with this, is the aspect of how do we do it. So we've been doing a lot of public companies. We have also done for NGOs, and we've also done for small organizations that really can't afford it. In fact, I no longer have an office. They thought my office was a perfect size. So they decided to ask me if they could use mine. I thought, fine. But then they said, Mrs. Love, we think we need your office permanently. So I no longer have an office. So I said, well, throw my computer somewhere when I come in, because we work so virtually. I'm working virtually very often from home. In fact, I am home right now talking to you. But the thing about it is we are able to offer NGOs a space because they don't have the money to pay for a space. So my prime real estate on Scottsboro Street is free to people who want to have a little space to have an annual meeting, which my people can do. So I'm just saying we pivoted differently, and it's doing quite well.
Yeah. And how encouraged have you been to this point about the feedback and the response?
Sorry, just repeat that question.
How encouraged have you been about the feedback and the response and so the anticipation that probably is there for people who want to get in on this train?
Well, actually, we've had people coming in, and I presume as we're now really seriously advertising it, I guess we could have done it earlier, but we haven't. But I think what we have lined up is very good, and some very good speakers. We have Diodat coming in, very good. We've also had, I think, Wendell Warren. I mean, I can't remember everybody that's gone, but we're really going after some very good people. But I think one of the things that will be interesting for people is valuing a creative industry. And that, I think, would be something that should be of interest if you're in the creative industry. How can I see my business being valued? And therefore, if you could understand that, it could give you an impetus to how do I grow my business? Because at the end of the day, it's always about monetizing your talent.
Angela Leloy, champion of business in Trinidad and Tobago. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Annie. I did enjoy having this chat. Thank you.
Good seeing you. Thank you very much.
Have a great day.
Thank you very much. You too. All right, well, that brings the curtain down on our program for today and for this week. I'm Andy Johnson telling you thanks for watching, but also you can get in touch with us on AM Prime at WESNCC and on all our social media platforms. You can also email us at amprime@wesncc.com. And to remind you that in about half an hour, the guys will step in, I call Shah and Small, for today's edition of Talking Point. Have a good weekend.